Lucas here, and here's my review of Super Imaginative Chogokin Volume 39, Mask Rider G3 and G4, or Kamen Rider G3 and G4. They're from the Kamen Rider Agito series, and what I like about this figure is that they're the second figure that came out that started introducing the modernized joint system where Bandai already dropped the notorious joint system that are that they tend to break easily even you haven't opened the packaging yet or upon its release, or it's already broken inside the packaging even before you open it. um so yeah uh Here's the packaging of the figure. It has a good and nice display window that showcases the figure and the first batch of its accessories, like the rocket launchers here, um, the Gatling gun here, and the parts from the G3X. So you can swap these parts all together to upgrade the armor, or if you just want having G3 and G3X, then you can have this part swap on G34's base body. That's okay. It's very compatible. It has a nice window here on the sides and up top. The packaging is a bit dusty, so yeah. At the back, it has some nice previews of the figures. There you go. See there. This is what I like about the figure. So, let's open it. So the figures are being served with two trays here. We've seen this already, and this is the second part of, or second batch of its accessories here. So we have the cable that we will be placed in on the rocket launchers, some parts of the G3X armor, and the alternate hands, and some other parts that can be used on this figure. Also, the instruction manual is on the box. So in case like you will end up buying a loose one without a box or without any instructions manual, then I would show you guys later on how to replace the parts. Anyway, so here's the like a backdrop type thing that came with the packaging. This is one of the nice thing that us SIC collectors tends to what do you call that? Taken for granted. Because sometimes the design, I really don't dig the design, but for this one it has a very nice design. I find it very nice. It's kind of like has a Iron Man like detailing here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's very reflective. It's hard to see it from my camera. Seems like it. Sorry for that, but yeah, it's nice. So here's the um, instructions manual. So let's just focus on the figure. So since it's an old release, this figure is still using the annoying twist wires that they tend to secure their figures. Because nowadays you won't be able to see this nowadays. They already dubbed this as well, and it's very annoying. So I will be using this to free all this stuff. So finally, we have freed these two figures from the annoying twist wire. So let's start with the articulation. Let's start with G3 here. For the head, it's on a ball joint connecting to the neck, then another one connecting to the head. So the range of motion there, from looking downward or looking upward or looking sideward and tilting sideways, isn't a problem here. Won't have any issues with that. As far as the shoulder goes, it's on a ball joint connected to the body and on a hinge connecting to the arms. So the range of motion there is good as well. You can move 360. Actually, you can just remove it as well, but you just need to be careful when removing parts with these kind of figures like S.I.C, because there's a possibility that you may break it. You just need to be, gentle and add caution when doing that. Anyway, so due to the design of the shoulder pads or shoulder guard, whatever you want to call it, it can go as far as that. Right? Yan, a bicep swivel, double hinge joints, wrist, a ball jointed wrist. It falls off. Right, not an issue. Alright. Now for the abdominal part, it can tilt, um, up crunch like that. Not much, because of the design of the armor, so it can go as far as that. But probably over time, it may get loosened in a little, so it may go further than what I can show you guys as of the moment. This part here moves independently, and I wish that this part here and at the back has some hinge or somewhat, just to somehow not hindering the rest of the lower legs, to hinder it from having a good range of motion, like what I'm going to show you guys now. But you can just move it away from it though, so yeah, so it can go as far as that, maybe because of the design here as well on the armor or on the thigh. It also has a thigh swivel. Alright, and then for the double hinge, it can pull that off there. Double hinge, knees there. It's a bit stiff still, and I don't wanna force it more, but yeah, as you can see, it has it. It has a hinge on the from the thigh to from the shin, lower shin part to the feet. It's on a peg on a hinge. Somehow this moves independently too. Anyway, so it's on a hinge, so it has a good range of motion. It has a toe articulation, and it also has a yeah, it's on a hinge. The ankle is on a hinge, but somehow it doesn't budge. I may have to dip it on a warm water later on, so it will somehow loosens and somehow give in to the posing I want this figure to do. Anyway, so this part somehow moves because of it's connected here on a peg here. You just need to be careful when just pulling it off, because, well, like I said earlier, this kind of figures tends to get, breaks easily. Anyway, for the design of the figure, it has a very reflective and attractive compound eyes. As you can see, the detailing is very nice here. Then the logo of the police department they originated in, I think it's Seoul. Yeah. Chogokin parts, it has a solid feel to it, but I think the only Chogokin parts that I can feel is the bracers here, this part here on the figure's belt, the knee pads or knee guards, and this part here that moves somewhat independently. I'm not sure why. Sorry for that. I'm not sure why though. But the detailing is good. It has a translucent red, dark red plastic over here. It has a green detailing here, so you can see here. Very nice. Very well detailed. I'm not sure if Kenji and or Takeya made this though. I forgot. Anyway, it has a very well detailed sculpting here, even the smallest detail at the back. This figure is really pure, has a pure, well made sculpt and design. Well thought out figure, I would say, as far as design it goes. Now for G3, G4, since they share the same base body, you would end up getting the same range of motion that this figure has. So we will just focus more on the detailing here. So they have the same detailing on the belt. Seems this one looks more seems like this one is more painted than this one. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure why. So the detailing on the chest, very nice. The horns. By the way, be careful with the antenna of this one. This one has a solid one, but this one, I think if it falls off or off balance, there's a tendency that it may break easily. So yeah. So the detailing, the paint of G4 here, very nice. The sculpt, everything from head to toe, literally, it's really reeking with awesomeness. See here. Here. Oh, and here's an example of the ankle rockers. It can go as far as that. How awesome is that? Ankle rockers. Sideways. Alright, so there you go for the articulation and detail of the figure of these two. Here are the parts that we will be using to upgrade G3 to G3X. There is the alternate head, the armor, the belt, the shoulder pads, and the rest. And then, as you can see here, seems like the figure or this release only came with a very limited number of hands, open splayed hands, or weapon wielding hands that varies depending on, are molded based on to what weapon this figure will be wielding. Well, I wish they could add more. Not really a huge deal, but probably to some it would be. So yeah, let's start building G3X. I would show you guys how to replace parts from G3 to G3X, and I would try my best to keep it as short but detailed as possible. So let's start with the head. You just need to remove the head, including the neck, because you won't be able to remove the armor with it. Like that. See? Because the neck guard here would hinder it from being removed if you're not going to remove um, the neck. So removing the arm, it's optional for you guys, but I would on my part I would say yes, you should. Alright, then on the shoulder pads you just need to slide it left, the farthest left as you can, because there's like a latch here, as you can see, where you can just slide it outside to remove the shoulder pads. Now you're gonna remove these guards here. It's a bit tight at first, so you just need to be careful when you try to replace parts on any figure under the S.I.C line, because, well, regardless of what year it came out, you can never be sure. There's still a high probability that you might end up breaking a toy if you're not, really careful when you try to replace parts. So all good with the arm. We're gonna put in G3's parts on it. And by the way, seems like it's pretty much the same with G3. It's just that most parts from G3X has a silver lining, silver-ish lining outside of it. There's some sculpting here, but minimal detail, not much of a difference. On the arm guard, it's pretty much the same still. It's just that the color scheme is a bit darker for G3X, like this one. They have the same detail, just the color scheme. This is a darker one. Same goes with this guard here. As you can see, it's just that it has a silver lining again, and the color scheme is a bit different. This one is a bit darker. So anyway, let's put this stuff together. So here on the left, on the right arm here, just need to put in this guard here, and put the guard here. From a rounded shape, shoulder pad, it was replaced by this one with a darker color scheme and a silver lining still. You just need to slide it in here. Alright. It's a bit tight, especially at first. Wait, what? Yeah, so it's a little bit tight. You just need to be careful. The same goes with this one. This one. This one. So then this one has a G3X logo. Nice detailing and sculpting here. So we're done with the arms, as you can see. Alright, so we will be replacing the armor from this one. Show yourself, fool. There we go. From this one, a better looking one. Then the back armor, see here, and he has a magazine pack here. It can be removed. It's on a peg, it can be moved here like that. So very nice. And compared to the first armor, you can replace this one without removing the neck. Anyway, let's replace this belt and the tie and the rest of the lower part of its body. So here we go. So as I mentioned earlier on the articulation part, it has a good engineering here, a ball joint here for the neck, a ball joint here for the abdominal part here, then another one here for the waist. So we are right that the only thing that hindering it from giving you a wide range of motion is that the design of the armor. By the way, you need to pull off the peg from this one because it's kind of on a lock system here, and the ball joint here is a bit fat for the peg to be pulled out from this way. Anyway, comparison again between G3 and G3X, not much actually. Still same silver lining. It still has the same Chogokin part on the sides here. The translucent plastic here at the center is still the same. Nothing special to it. So you will need to put the peg again here. Remember that the bigger ball joint should be at the bottom here. So you just need to insert it like that. Then put it again on the waist, up the figure. You can do any process at all. There's no specific step by step on how to do this. It's just that I'm showing you some guides in case. Alright, so we're done with that. So we would need to remove these tie guards. By the way, the detailing difference comparison here, Darker color scheme, silver lining on the sides, and there's like a weapon wielder here. Weapon holder here. Compared to this one that it doesn't have one. It has a plain design detailing here. You just need to remove it. Again, at first it's a bit tight. Yeah, so you need to pull off the leg. Be careful because it's on a long peg. It may end up, you know, you may end up breaking it if you're not careful. So there you go. So we would place in the thigh, place in the feet, the entire leg here. Same goes with this one. Insert the guard here. Another weapon wielder here. I think this is where you're gonna place the pistol later, which I will show you guys. Then put all of them together. There you go, almost done. So form feet and legs. Form arms and wait, hold on. Then placing the armor. You can start either what side, at the back or front, it doesn't matter. Compared to the previous one that we had to remove the neck just to pull off the back armor. For this one, you can just let the neck stay on the body. So there you go. Form feet and legs, form arms and body. Where's the arms? Here's the arms. There you go. There you go. Alright, and now form the head. Alright, the head. So I pull up the neck. You just need to place in the head of G3X. And it's a bit tighter than I hope. It's tighter. Tighter is good and bad at the same time. Yeah, it's very painful. Anyway, there you go. There's a detailing on the head, very nicely done. I just forgot who sculpted this. I think it's Kenji Ando. I'm not totally sure. I forgot. Alright, there you go. Or, I don't think it's Takeya. Alright, so there you go. G3X build for the kill. So same like the two figures, it also has a tendency to have a loose, since it's using the same base body technically, it will have the same disadvantage where it would fall off easily if you're not careful, if you play with it a lot, and even if you don't play with it a lot, in a long time it would really have a loose knee, and that's something that you need to be careful of. So you need to purchase a Tamashi stand or any types of action figure stand. But so far it's pretty much solid here, as you can see. It also shares the same range of motion on the feet and all that stuff. So yeah, let's go with the other accessories.